Morning everyone, how are we? Happy Wednesday. How's everyone today? Yeah, nice. It's okay. It's not cold, it's not raining, so there's no sun, but it's okay. We will look on the bright side. Always look for the good, isn't that it? So I'm just going to hang on for another little minute or two and see, is there anybody around to pop on? Yes, I see a few people coming on there. I can't see who's on, but if you can hear or see me, just type. Oh, morning. Morning, Siobhan. That's great. Thank you. Morning, everyone coming on. Thank you so much, Siobhan. It's just peace of mind when you know you're not talking to yourself. So how are we getting on with our gratitude? I know there's a few of you on, the few of you that I can see that are on there are have turned it into a habit already, which is great. But there are some newbies, and I'd love to know who are the newbies, and if you started or made the decision. It's not going to be a habit yet, but have you made the decision to do this? And it is it's quite, it can be a tough thing to do. It's an absolutely gorgeous, beautiful exercise, but it can be tough. Like, it's an emotional exercise. Morning, Deirdre, how are you? Like, it is emotional, because with every thing you write down on your gratitude list, you have to emotionalize it and feel how grateful you are. So it's not easy. And if it's all new, it can take a bit of getting used to, but it's so powerful, and it can solve a lot of problems. And people will be thinking, how can just writing out a gratitude list solve problems? But it so can. And you're just focusing on the good, and it's amazing. What morning, Marie? You must be off today, are you? You're focusing on the good. And you're not focusing on the bad and the negative stuff, or what you don't have. You're focusing on what you do have, and you're also writing down stuff like in the present. If there's something that you really want, you can write that down as that you're grateful for it. These are our affirmations, and affirmations are basically a positive sentence in the present. So that's what an affirmation is. So if there's something that you really want, and you're not doing it, or you're not getting it at the minute, just write it down as if you have it already, and that will shift your vibration, and it will start to attract in stuff that you really want, because you're getting emotionally involved with it. Don't let it go. Always keep it there. It makes life more enjoyable. It definitely does, Siobhan. It definitely does. For me, it's actually made life easier, because I now know kind of how to react to stuff. Whereas before I was kind of like, oh, should I be mad at the kids there, or should I react this way, or whatever. But now I know, no, like it just makes life easier, and it's peace of mind when something happens, and I know I respond in a certain way. I'm like, you're happy about it, and there's no guilt, and you feel that you're just getting through the day with a lot less stress than you usually would. And I definitely find that. Yes, very grateful for my day off today. Yay! That's great, Marie. Brilliant. That's lovely. It's good it wasn't yesterday, because, well, here anyway, it just rained all day yesterday. So hopefully you'll get out today and enjoy the fresh air. But yeah, so well, thanks for everybody that's coming on, and I hope you have your journals ready. And is this something that have you made a decision? Like, it all starts with a decision. So is it something you're going to start? Is it something you're going to keep up? Give it a go and see how far you can go. I do it every single morning. Morning, Kitty, how are you? I do it every single morning. I've been doing it since before Christmas. And I set up my gratitude page on Facebook in April, and I just felt I wasn't reaching out to as many people as I'd like, so I started it on here on Monday. And yeah, like, I've gotten great response. Some people have contacted me kind of during the day and said, thanking me for kind of doing this. So that's lovely, because then that you are reaching out to more people and you're helping more people, which is great. And it can be like, it does take at least 21 days to create a new habit. So creating this new habit is, just see it as something really positive, and something new in your life. But you know, it's only half an hour of a morning if you're tuning in, and if you're watching the replay, actually, I'd love to know. So if you could just comment #replay or just replay or whatever it is, and if you have made the decision, I'd love to see yes. So even those of you that are on, I'd love to know, have you made this decision to start this new habit? And please type in yes if you have. I'd love to, really love to know. And that way I can kind of not even keep track, but just kind of see how you're getting on, and you can, you know, keep me updated. I'd love to know, you know, even if you want to know more, or if you want to, or if you're struggling as well. But it can be a struggle. As I said, it's an emotional exercise. So it's a little journey that we're starting together, and God knows where. God only knows where it'll take us. Morning, Jane. How are you? God only knows where it's going to take us. So it's it's very, very powerful. So if you're someone that has problems, or issues, or you're down the dumps, or depression, anxious feelings, fear, anxiety, all those things, all those emotions, all those negative emotions, this can help. You know, and you know, anything that you have got going. And even if you're kind of a positive person, like I kind of would consider myself a positive person, but still, it has still enhanced my life so much more. And just with little things, you know, big things, little things. And even when you come across a problem, you know, write down, get your list out, or just, you know, a problem is never as big as it seems. And you know, if you do this for 30 days, it can make a massive difference. So I just wanted to tell you as well about another 2 things that I do. There's kind of 3 steps to writing out a gratitude list, and the second step is asking for guidance. So you basically sit down for 5 minutes. Now, we will do kind of a practice run of this in the mornings, but it's not going to be possible to do 5 minutes of this, because we just won't have the time. But what you do is you sit down for 5 minutes and you ask the universe for guidance, and you literally just connect with yourself. You're connecting with your higher self. All the answers that we're looking for come from within, and we don't realize we have those answers. So when you lie down or get into a place that's really quiet for at least 5 minutes, with no distractions, no telly, no radio, nothing on in the background. I'm really loving the journey. Thank you, Fiona. The list was much longer yesterday. Yay, brilliant, Lorraine. That's great, because the more you do it, the more it'll flow, and the more you're not feeling as awkward, or you're not feeling, oh God, will I write that down? You know, and it's all practice. But thanks for that, Lorraine. So you're asking for guidance, and tell the universe that you're open to receiving this guidance. You're open to receiving this information, and it could be anything. I mentioned it yesterday, but we will do this today. So in the morning we'll just do a practice run, but I definitely suggest you do it again if you get the chance. So you're literally connecting to your own soul. You're connecting to God. You're connecting to the universe, whatever it is for you. But the answers come from within, and it is very challenging. You're not going to get it on first time. You're definitely not, and you're going to be thinking, is that the real answer, or is that the answer I'm getting, or is that am I making that answer happen, or am I forcing it? You know, but you need to allow it to happen. It has to allow. So that's why it's a great time to do this after meditation, or even, you know, first thing in the morning when you're kind of in that relaxed state. So you do have to be, your body and your mind have to be in a relaxed state when you do this. So it's a lovely exercise, and it could be the name of somebody you want to help today. A picture of a person could come into your mind. The name could come into your mind. It could be you need more patience. You need to drink more water. It could be anything. Absolutely anything, and it all depends on the question that you ask. And if you ask a good quality question, you'll get a good quality answer. And it could be anything. As I said, it could be absolutely anything. You may need to take a walk today, or whatever it is. So that's step 2. And then step 3 is you send love to people that are bothering you. The first 2 people that you send love to are people that are bothering you. It could be now from from the past. And basically what you do is you close your eyes and you picture that person standing in front of you, and you have a white light going from your heart to theirs. And this is absolutely nothing about them. So this can be very challenging as well. I remember doing this. I was like, I cannot send love to that person. And it could be somebody from years ago that wronged you. And, you know, it could be something very serious, and it could be something small, you know. It could be something that your man in the shop said he was rude, you know. It can be that. And like, that's why I love this exercise, because if somebody said something smart to you in a shop, that's nothing to do with you, but still that could be niggling at you for days. But with this exercise, you learn to let it go. You're like, what he said to me absolutely means nothing to me, and it's nothing to do with me. He's having a bad day, and he'll sort out his own shit. But when when you walk into that and you're letting it bother you, it's just it stops you in your flow. You're stopping yourself from attracting in whatever you want, and your vibration is decreasing. So don't let that happen to you. Why would you let that person do that to you? So when you're sending the love, you're sending love to all these people, okay, but it's only one at a time. So pick one person. So it could be somebody that has wronged you in the past. Hi Louise, how are you? Yeah. It's great. It's such a fantastic tool. So it could be somebody that wronged you in the past, and you find it hard to let that go, and you might have buried it deep inside you, but it could come up now, and that's great. It's all these emotions that are suppressed that we need to get out, and by sending this love, it really releases a lot of emotions. So if it's something that you would like to do, just think about that person, and you even write, if it's too much, even start writing stuff down. Write them a forgiveness letter. Write down what they did, in detail if you can. It can be a hard thing to do, but in detail if you can, and tell them you forgive them. And it's nothing to do with them. It's all about making more space for positive energy inside of you, and you're sending love to everybody out there. And remember, we're all connected. We're all just energy. So if you're sending love to somebody that you don't like, you're sending love out to yourself as well. So the more love you send out, the more you're going to get back. So just think of that. It's nothing to do with them, because at the start you will think it, and when you're doing it, you will say, oh my God, I can't do this. And it is hard. It definitely is. And when I did this at the start, I had people that had wronged me years ago, while I was in school. Somebody said something to me or whatever it was, and I did all that, and it could be the same person for 2 weeks, and then all of a sudden you will think of that person some morning, and you can't even see them. There's absolutely no emotions attached to them. And that's when you're free of that person. So it could be 2 weeks, it could be 2 months, whatever it is, sort it, get it sorted, get it out of you, and make more space for lovely positive energy that you deserve, to attract in more of what you deserve. So so that's just part of my morning routine. So those are 3 little things that I would never ever stop doing for the rest of my life. I would always do this, and at the minute there is absolutely nobody that is bothering me, which is fantastic. But sometimes what I do is I use myself, and I will send love to me. And now the third person, I do say send love to yourself, but I might do that twice, especially if I didn't do something right here, or I felt I wronged the kids, or I said something I shouldn't have, or whatever it is. I will forgive myself, or if I didn't get up on time in the morning, like I get up at 5:30, and if I didn't get up at 5:30, I send love to myself. I completely 100% lovingly forgive myself, because sometimes we eat away, we're kind of chipping away at our confidence, and we're chipping away at ourselves, giving out to ourselves, stuff we say to ourselves we wouldn't say to anybody else, so we shouldn't say it to ourselves. So these are little things that we do on a daily basis. Remember, 97% of our thoughts are the exact same every day. And if those thoughts are negative towards yourself, that's every single day. So, it's just about shifting that mindset and shifting your vibration, and, stop talking to yourself negatively. And it can be all, so powerful. It really, really can. So those are the 3 little steps. So I think what we'll start doing is, I'm just conscious of the time, we will start writing our list, our gratitude list. And if you're struggling in any way, make sure you let me know. And even if you're only writing down 3 a day, that's absolutely fine. But as a lady said there, Lorraine, I think it was, said that she got a lot more in yesterday. And that's what happens. The more you do it, the easier it gets. And like, I find I'm getting to the bottom of the page, and I'm trying to fit in more words, because I have so much to be grateful for. And the beauty about it is, it doesn't have to be stuff that's in your physical world right now. It can be things that you're striving for. It could be your goal. It could be something to do with your goal. It could be to do with your feeling. I'm so, you know, you could be somebody that's not well, but you could write down, I'm so happy and grateful now that I am so happy and healthy. I am feeling better and better every minute. I am feeling better and better every minute. These are little things that you can say to yourself, and you will start to feel better and better every minute. And that's what happens, you know. The more you say these things, the more you start to believe it, and the more it starts to come true. Okay, so let's start writing our list. Get mine out. There we go. So as usual, today, write the day and the date at the top. And so it's Wednesday, the 8th of July. And today I'm grateful for, and your list. So you don't have to write today I'm grateful for every time. And remember, really emotionalize each one. Think about each one as you're writing it down, and feel the gratitude. Really, really feel how grateful you are for whatever it is. And, you know, at the end of each one, thank you, God, thank you, thank you. You know, really, really feel it. And if it's something that, you know, it might be a bit rushed here, and, you know, in the mornings or whatever, just read your list after this call, and just really emotionalize it. Because remember, the more emotions that's attached to each one, the more of that we attract in. So if you can do that all the time, and do that with everyone, and yeah, and we'll start this new habit. So yeah, let me know if I would love to know. Just even type yes if you've made a decision to start this, and if you're watching the replay, just type yes, or replay yes, whatever it is. I would love to know. And it's not going to be a habit yet. It'll take at least 21 days to create this habit. But I've been doing it every morning. I don't think there's one morning I miss since before Christmas that I haven't done this. And it's such a lovely, lovely exercise to do. So yeah, so let's get started. Alrighty. What did I say? Wednesday, the 8th of July. So as usual, the first one is, my one anyway, is Bob Proctor's affirmation for the pandemic. So it's, now that everything in my life is moving in harmony with God's laws. But like, that can be for anything. That doesn't have to be for now. So even when things are, you know, things are relaxing a bit now, I'm still going to write that one. So now that everything in my life is moving in harmony with God's laws. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so we'll try and write at least 9 more, but it's okay if you only get 3. If we're only starting off, this is just your day 1 or day 3 or whatever it is. It's okay. There's no judgment. You just do whatever you can do. And as always, if you're struggling, let me know. Morning, Fiona. I have started since Monday and I'm enjoying it so far. Thank you for sharing this journey. Brilliant, Louise. That's fantastic. That is so good. It's such a lovely journey. So let's just see where it takes you, and how you feel after the 21 days. And will you keep it up? You know, will it be something that you're going to do every morning? So great. Okay, perfect. So, how's everybody getting on? Anybody want to share what they're grateful for today? I've written down my legs because I had my run this morning and I was so grateful to be able to do that. And I actually wrote down the weather as well because yesterday it just lashed all day and I didn't do a run and I just didn't feel great. You know, you're kind of, oh, will I do it yet? Will I do it today? Will I not do it? And when it's not done in the morning, it's very, very hard to get motivated to do it throughout the day. So I have it done now and I'm just delighted. So I'm very, very grateful for that. That really makes a difference to my life. Okay, so we'll write a couple more and then we will send the love. I'm just conscious of the time. Yeah, we'll send the love. Okay, perfect. So if you're not finished, we'll finish it after. You can finish your list after this call. So at the end of kind of my list at the bottom of my page, I love to write, this is my reality. For this and for more, I'm grateful. Thank you, God. Thank you. Thank you. So that could be something that you might want to write, especially if you didn't have space to write thank you, thank you, thank you after each one all the way down. So this is my reality. For this and for more, I am grateful. Thank you, God. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so that's perfect. So yeah, so definitely if you haven't gotten your 10 yet, that's okay. But if you've just gotten 4 or 3 or whatever it is, or 5, that's absolutely fine. But try and read it maybe after this call and just kind of feel the gratitude even more. The more emotions you've attached to each one, and it does take a bit of practice. So now this is if you have time. I know some people are want to work and it's not easy, but it only takes a few minutes. So okay, so now it's time to send the love. So right, so think of 3 people that are bothering you. Okay, so one person at a time. So picture them standing in front of you and a white light going from your heart to theirs. So what we do is we close our eyes and take maybe just 3 deep breaths and just send the love. And if you don't want to say I love you, say I wish you well. This is all good. You're sending out love and good wishes to everybody. So just one person, think of one person that is bothering you now or might have done something to you in the past. It could be something from the other day. It could be something from this morning. It could be your partner that said something this morning. It could be anything. And it's just learning to let it go. Because I think little things bother us way too much sometimes, and there's absolutely no need. And that's there's a constant energy flowing to and through us all the time, but that energy gets blocked if you're holding on to anger and kind of frustration over somebody like that. So learn to let it go and send love to everybody. Okay, so as I said, one person at a time. So we'll just do the first one first, and we 3 deep breaths and picture them standing in front of you, white light going from your heart to theirs. Okay. Perfect. And when you're ready, move on to person number 2. So same thing again, picture them standing in front of you, white light going from your heart to theirs. Okay, perfect. So the third person is yourself. So we just picture you standing in front of you, and a white light going from your heart to yours. I really don't feel we love ourselves enough. You forgot the oil. I know, Siobhan. I actually didn't. I actually thought of it, but I just didn't. There's a lot of people on here that don't have essential oil, so I was kind of. I usually use an essential oil when I'm doing this practice. But yeah, I have been kind of wondering, will I? Won't I? Okay. Seeing as you've mentioned it, I'm going to grab an oil. Okay, so what I do with this practice when I send love, I'll always grab an oil, and it's one that just shouts out at me. I have a few here on my desk, and whichever one is shouting out at me. Now, I am aware some of you don't have essential oils, but I do the doterra essential oils. These are the pure ones, and they have so many emotional benefits and physical benefits. So this is why when they're inhaled and they go into the limbic system, they can bring you back to memories and certain smells, and they can uplift your mood as well. So this is why I use an oil every time. So seeing as you mentioned it, Siobhan, I'm going to do it. Okay, so I'm using Balance, which is our grounding blend, which balances emotions, balances our bodies, balances whatever else going on. And breathe it in. So any of you that do have essential oils, just drop in your hand, rub the palms together and cup them around your nose, and deep breath in. Alrighty, and okay, so we're on sending love to ourselves, so let's do this. Okay, perfect. So I would love to know how you found that. Got balance on. Good girl, Louise. Brilliant. I'd love to know how you found that, and was it challenging? Was it something really different that you've never done before, or is it something that you'd like to continue doing? So please let me know in the comments if you're watching the replay, or if you're on now. Let me know, and I will check the comments afterwards. And tomorrow we will do we'll do all 3 hopefully tomorrow. Hopefully we'll have time to do all 3. I just have to talk a bit less. And we will do our gratitude list, we'll send the love, and we will ask for guidance as well. Okay, and if you want to practice today asking for guidance, as I said, sit for 5 minutes and really connect, and be relaxed and be at peace, and allow it in. So this is what it's basically asking for guidance for today. So it could be just for for one day, and it could be the name of somebody, or it could be whatever it is, as I said earlier. So so let me know how you're getting on, and we will see you tomorrow morning. Alrighty, and thanks everyone for coming on. Love that, very powerful. Sending the love was tough. Yeah, it is, Louise, it definitely is. It's something that you need to get used to, and but you will, and it gets so much easier. And then when you discover there's absolutely nobody that you can see when you close your eyes, it's such freedom. There's like, oh my God, there's nobody bothering me. I haven't started writing, but just listening to you is enough for me some days. Perfect, Anita. That's absolutely perfect. And as long as you're, even if you're just thinking of your gratitudes, thinking what you're grateful for, you're emotionalizing it then as well, because you're thinking, oh my God, I'm so grateful for that. And you're going to feel how grateful you are, and feel that positive energy. So thanks, girlies. Thank you so much for jumping on, and we'll see you tomorrow morning. And thanks for all your comments, and yes, keep me posted on how you're doing. Alrighty, talk to you then. Bye.